Y'all, the drama between Al B. Sure and Quincy has just reached a whole new level of messy. Let me spill this scalding hot tea about how Al B. Sure just went off on his own son for defending Diddy. And baby, it's getting ugly. Listen, it looks like Quincy is showing more loyalty to Diddy than his own biological father, and Al B. Sure is not having it. And what makes this situation even more twisted? Diddy allegedly tried to take Al's life multiple times, something Al himself has spoken about. But for whatever reason, Quincy doesn't seem to care at all. He's still riding hard for Diddy, even if it means getting cut off by his own father. But wait, it gets even darker. Al has accused Diddy of taking Kim Porter's life and using her for his ritualistic activities. And apparently Diddy and his other two sons, Christian and Justin, have supposedly brainwashed Quincy into thinking he needs to side with them or he's a traitor. Like, can you believe this mess? Now, this whole drama exploded just a few days ago when Quincy made this Instagram post celebrating Kim Porter. He posted this photo of himself with Kim and wrote, "Here's a rare photo of me with my mom and dad. Baby, the shade of it all." People were not here for this because it felt like Quincy was straight up saying Al was a deadbeat and Kim was basically his only parent. Chile, the shade was crystal clear, and social media went in on him for throwing his real father under the bus to defend Diddy. One person snapped, saying, "He won't accept his real biological father, but continues to accept a man accused of, and Lord knows what else." Baby, they said he didn't just throw shade, he threw the whole damn tree. Another person wrote, "At this point, just wait for the investigation to show him otherwise because he's blind with 20/20 vision. Give it to God, Al B. Sure, make sure you be his rock once that truth serum hits." But it wasn't just the internet that caught that shade Quincy was throwing. Al saw that post himself and was absolutely livid. And can you blame him? This is literally his son acting like he's not his father while siding with the man who allegedly took his mom's life and tried to take his life too. Al immediately clapped back with his own Instagram post, calling Quincy out. Nothing breaks a dad more than seeing his love for his kids turned into a weapon against him. Fork frequency number dads matter everywhere. But y'all, just a few minutes later, Al had a change of heart. Instead of continuing the shade war, he decided to take the high road and posted a touching tribute to Kim Porter on her death anniversary. He wrote, "On this day, November 15th, 2018, Kim spread her wings to fly. It is just another coincidence that one of our favorite activities to do together after Quincy's birth was to sit ringside at our brother Michael Gerard Tyson's fights and cheer him on. After Mike Tyson's knockouts, we'd attend the press conference and we'd be cutting up while Iron Mike addressed the media." But honey, even though Al was trying to keep it peaceful, the comment section was still going in on Quincy. And here's the tea. Al was actually responding and agreeing with people dragging his own son. Someone commented, "He unblocked you." And Al hit back with, "The real question is he still following a man that killed his mother and he knows it very clearly? Think about that when you're sitting at your desk at work on Monday trying to unravel this mystery in your mind." Chiley. Now let's talk about Al and Diddy's history because it is messy with a capital M. They've never had a good relationship and Al has never tried to hide it. When Kim Porter passed, Al was one of the first people questioning how she died, suggesting Diddy might have been involved. He posted this heartbreaking video of himself crying with the caption, "Just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's death and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I do know very clearly that Kimberly did not just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit." And get this, he made another post claiming she was running from someone and had asked her to call the FBI for protection. In the comments, he wrote, "You would never believe what she went through." But y'all, just 3 months after Al made these posts, he ended up in the hospital with multiple organ failures and slipped into a coma. Though he survived, he went completely quiet about Diddy and Kim after that. But baby, you know who ain't scared to speak up? Jaguar Wright. About a year ago, she spilled some serious tea about Kim's death being ruled a homicide by the first coroner before they got replaced, right when they were close to uncovering the truth.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And
she also dropped bombs about how all the people who started their careers with Diddy either died or got sick right when they were about to expose him in books, including Kim, who was supposedly working on a tell-all before she mysteriously passed away.
But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, Al B. Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was gonna meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, you wanna know what they all had in common though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you.
But wait, because Al B sure wasn't done. After Diddy's recent arrest, he came back swinging with detailed explanations about how Diddy and his entourage allegedly silenced him by putting him in that coma and trying to end his life multiple times. He claims he tried telling law enforcement about the threats, but they were supposedly paid off and ignored him. And remember those rumors about Kim's stolen laptop? Al confirmed it. He said Diddy took it to erase her book contents and any evidence that might incriminate him. He posted this lengthy statement. For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about and tagging random law enforcement agencies in hope to protect loved ones, avoid deaths and tragedies that could have all been avoided. Despite this, I've been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up these crimes you're all aware of by a very aggressive PR team and a costly campaign to silence and physically harm me from exposing it. He continued, spilling even more tea, only aimed to prevent me from further sharing publicly the facts and insights that Lady KP shared with me during our frequent and intimate conversations in her selfless attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly ending my life. I'm writing this to formally request an investigation into an entire group of individuals who worked at or around the residence of Miss Kimberly Porter, including the publicists who assisted drafting this. It has come to my attention that these persons were also instructed to steal her computer and mobile devices which contained her book notes. As y'all can see, Al's issues with Diddy go way deeper than just Quincy. He's convinced Diddy took Kim's life, which makes Quincy's betrayal cut that much deeper, and the internet had thoughts. One person wrote, "The fact that Quincy is windmilling for a man that's responsible for his mother's death and father being poisoned is crazy work." Another person didn't hold back. Quincy probably thinking, "You let another man adopt me knowing the choice wasn't good. Don't holler now, you knew Diddy's history." I'm sorry, even Kim. Why would you let that happen? Ain't no amount of money worth putting my child in harm's way. Side-eye both parents. Now I want to hear your thoughts on all this drama. What do y'all think about Quincy abandoning Al for Diddy? Do you think Al is right for putting all this on blast in public? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to click here to watch another messy video.